Can I help you?
Yes, we're broadcasting worldwide, and Walmart's putting in the telescreens. I wanted to report key information concerning the attacks of 9/11 and further attacks.
What's your information?
Okay, again, my name is Alex Jones, and I wanted to read to you open source material, exclusive. Al-Qaeda leader dined at the Pentagon just months after 9/11. Anwar al-Awlaki may be the first American on the CIA's killer capture list, but he was also a lunch guest of the military brass at the Pentagon within months of 9/11. And this is when he was on the news as a number 3 in Al-Qaeda, meeting secretly with Pentagon brass, and he admittedly has run the Fort Hood shooter, the underwear bomber, all of these people. Kurt Haskell, the lawyer on the flight back from Amsterdam, reported that he saw government helping him get on the plane. That was later confirmed by the Undersecretary of State, Mr. Kennedy, that an unnamed U.S. agency was ordered to help get the underwear bomber on the plane. I want to report the Pentagon and the U.S. government for their history of staging terror attacks, including the Gulf of Tonkin to start the Vietnam War. I want to report Operation Northwoods. I want to be able to send you the newscast that were live of the police saying get back, that the government was going to blow up Building 7 on 9/11. So will you take my report here, or who can I call to report who the terrorists are?
I'll provide you with an email address. Hold on, please.
And see, everybody, they want to put us on lists. They want to do all this. Call them all the time. We know who the terrorists are. We know who ordered the FBI to stand down and called dozens of FBI agents in Arizona, in Florida, and in Minnesota off of the terrorist. Are you back, sir? Because I'm here to report the terrorists, since they've got telescreens going in at Walmart's. Hello? Broadcasting worldwide, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not putting up with it anymore. We need to get in these people's faces and let them know that we're fully aware who's staging the terror attacks. Doesn't matter. Worldwide polls already show 83%. Angus and Reed, New York Times poll, question the official.
Okay, sir, I'm back.
Official live 9/11. Yes, can I have your name, please?
I'm the duty agent.
The duty agent. Where is this particular Threat Fusion Center located that I just happen to be dialed into?
I work in Atlanta, sir.
So this didn't geolocate to the Threat Fusion Center in Austin. It sent it to the FBI headquarters, or is this Threat Fusion command base?
I don't know how you initiated your call, sir. I happen to be in Atlanta, and I'll provide you with that mailing address now if you're prepared to copy.
Yes. In fact, guys, can I have a pen? I forgot to get one. We are going to put that mailing address out. Please give us the mailing address.
P.O. Box 98128 in Atlanta, Georgia, and the zip code is 30359.
Can you give that to me one more time? Sorry, I'm writing.
P.O. Box 98128, Atlanta, Georgia, 30359.
Sir, you've certainly heard that Anwar al-Awlaki is behind all the latest terror attacks. Do you find it interesting? Do you think I should have called?
I'm not going to discuss that with you now. If you have any information we need to review, we would like to take a look at it. Just go ahead and mail it to that address.
So everybody should mail you Fox and AP that the top terrorist works for the government. Okay. Maybe he's hanging out at your office. Okay. Thank you. I mean, hell, if he's at the Pentagon, why not be at your office? Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So, let me give you that number again for anybody out there that wants to call 877-428-5324. I mean, let's tell them where the terrorists are. Let's mail them disc with the CNN and all the other newscasts with the police going, get back. They're bringing 7 down. Silverstein saying, yeah, we gave the order to blow it up and watch it come down. I mean, let's send it all to them. But see, it's all part of the little false power trip of how, oh, they're keeping America safe. Give me a break. Oh, and well, they care about the veterans as the government announces they're going to take their pension funds and their health care from veterans. New York Times tells us what a great idea it is. I want to finish up with the TSA information right now. This video, again, is linked up on the Drudge Report right now. If you go to thedrudgereport.com, it's the easiest way to find it. It's already scrolled off the front page on Infowars.com. It's TV monitors at checkouts with government message. You click on that, and Drudge links to us. and it has 1984 arrives in America. You can see Big Sis's message, one of thousands to come, droning and giving us orders about how much the superstate loves us and how great the economy is and how wonderful, and the government loves us, but don't trust your neighbors. And under that, I have the headline, Walmart invasion, part of larger DHS takeover of America. We're going to go ahead and roll this 5-minute video, then I'm going to come back and get into WikiLeaks. We got key intel on that. I'm Alex Jones, defending the Republic from enemies foreign and domestic. Mind control alert. Mind control alert.
Hi, I'm Janet Napolitano, Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security. Homeland Security begins with hometown security.
Well, it's here. 1984 in America. This is the straw that breaks the camel's back. There is no doubt that we're in deep trouble as a society. The head of Homeland Security, Big Sis, Janet Napolitano, has now come out and announced that over 800 Walmarts in the next month are going to install telescreens at the checkout scanner with different federal orders to spy on the other people shopping.
That's why I'm pleased that Walmart is helping to make our communities more safe and secure. If you see something suspicious in the parking lot or in the store, say something immediately.
Homeland Security is putting up billboards all over the country that say if you see something suspicious, communicate it. Okay, well, I'm going to communicate something to you, Homeland Security. I see it suspicious that trillions of dollars have come up missing, and the private Federal Reserve won't tell Congress where it's gone, and it turns out it's foreign banks and corporations. I find all the corruption in government that's growing out of control to be suspicious. No wonder you want to distract us with all your fables about terrorist boogeymen. For anybody who studied history, this is completely obvious. We are going into hardcore tyranny.
Report suspicious activity to your local police or sheriff. If you need help, ask a Walmart manager for assistance.
This is Big Brother on steroids. And folks, this is not a surprise to people that have been reading our sites, because Homeland Security for at least 2 years has been on record starting these Viper teams and checkpoints in Boston and New York City and Miami. Suddenly it's on the local news showing them doing the grope downs, grabbing people's genitals, patting them down on the streets of America. This is wrong on so many fronts. It's a violation of the 10th Amendment.
Our Tampa police and federal government agencies are teaming up to keep your family safe.
It's the sort of security we've seen a lot of since 9/11. Now, here at the bus station. It's all part of what Homeland Security calls Viper, for Visible Intermodal Prevention and Response.
This way, us and our partners are ready to move in at a moment's notice.
Folks, it doesn't get any more Big Brother 1984 than this. But it's not going to be Big Brother. It literally is Big Sis when you're checking out, looking down on you, telling you to spy on people around you, injecting paranoia into the society. This is worse than those terror threat levels they had. And now the former head of Homeland Security, Ridge, has gone public saying they would issue those for political purposes.
A vigorous, some might say dramatic discussion ensued. Ashcroft strongly urged an increase in the threat level and was supported by Rumsfeld. There was absolutely no support for that position within our department, that's Homeland Security. None. I wondered, is this about security or politics?
This is our nation turning into an East German Stasi society. And now the system doesn't care. I mean, Wired Magazine, feds warrantlessly tracking Americans' credit cards in real time with no warrants, completely illegal. They don't care, they're announcing it. The Wall Street Journal comes out and says, is your video game machine watching you? And goes on to admit that the new Microsoft Kinect system face scans you and has microphones on board and can identify everybody in your home. Our culture has been so conditioned to accept Big Brother that schools in Pennsylvania and other states come right out and say, yeah, the government-issued laptops that we give you, we're watching you at home when you're in bed. Make no mistake, this is the story of America's enslavement. If we will put up with this, we will go along with anything. And notice this is happening as the economy implodes. Law enforcement sent my office the Homeland Security and MIAC reports over a year and a half ago, where the government's internal documents admit 90+% of Homeland Security funding is for gun owners, conservatives, libertarians, returning veterans. The big secret is this Homeland Security system is for the American people. And we had all better come together and defend the Bill of Rights and Constitution, or it's over for our society. Again, it is not my opinion that Homeland Security is already on the streets of America. And now they've purchased hundreds of high-powered X-ray vans driving around looking through our walls and our cars. That's on record in Forbes. They've now purchased dozens of these huge 18-wheeler tractor trailers for football games and music events where Homeland Security is going to make you march through these. I mean, this is total takeover of society.
Under the Future Attribute Screening Technology, or FAST program, the Department of Homeland Security is developing innovative physiological and behavioral screening technologies to streamline the screening process at security checkpoints. The mobility of the FAST demonstration laboratory allows security officials to quickly and efficiently establish security boundaries inside the screening mobile module.
All right.
A suite of real-time, non-invasive sensors.
You can watch the rest of the video. It's titled Walmart Invasion, part of larger DHS takeover of America. And at the end, I talk about the fact that a boycott of Walmart is in order. Walmart, as I've told you for years, is an arm of Homeland Security. It is just like Microsoft. I mean, it is the government.
The Genesis Communications Radio Network proudly presents The Alex Jones Show, because there's a war on for your mind.
Look, if they can stick their hands down your pants and radiate you, they're going to put telescreens up and tell you to watch your neighbors and just acclimate everybody that this is the new freedom while the border stays wide open. If they can take the death benefits of the troops and announce that they're going to cut their health care, they can take your bank account. They're just testing the waters right now. And we've got to get bold in the face of this government and realize just how criminal they are. They got a bunch of useful idiots working for them, but, you know, they can go along with the corruption. I'm not going along with it. Now, if they can stick their hands down your pants, they're also going to try to start shutting down free speech. Because when you look at these Homeland Security videos on YouTube posted by Homeland Security on their channel, they're dumb enough to allow comments. No one agrees with them. Everyone. I'm talking 99+% sees right through you. So you keep playing along that everybody loves Ceausescu, everybody loves Stalin, everybody loves Hitler. No, we don't like you. We know who you are, crooks. Okay? We're done. We're done. You've already, and look, the globalists know we're awake, so they just are robbing everything right now. They're trying to wreck this country as much as they can. Now, back to Julian Assange. Regardless of what you think of him, there's a lot of important stuff showing deception, lies, corruption, spying, destabilization in these cables. Sure, they represent the delusional views of the globalist. Sure, people in government are more brainwashed than any other group. So you're just seeing a reflection of that echo chamber. But the fact that it is confirmed that these women, especially one of them, are directly tied into the CIA. We've got an article up by Paul Watson detailing it from mainstream news sources today. The fact that we now learn, after months of the media implying since August that he's some type of rapist and molester, that he had consensual sex with them, but they're claiming he didn't use a condom. And it turns out one of them is a feminist who writes articles about how to basically set men up and get back at them and that all sex is rape. That's taught at almost all universities now. I mean, they take anything wholesome and good between a man and a woman who are married and turn it into something bad. And that's how sick this culture is, to divide us so men and women are isolated from each other so the globalists can corner us. Now, the first judge that got this stuff in August in Europe threw it out and literally laughed and said, you had parties for him, you had parties for him after the supposed sex, and you're saying because he said, come on, honey, I don't want to wear a condom, and that is molestation and rape? I mean, if that's the case, I guess most people were not celibate until they got married. I guess most American men and women are rapists of some type. I mean, if you, and I hate to talk about subjects like this, but if you never wore a condom at one time, you're now a molester, okay? I mean, that's like people who are 18 who have a 17-year-old girlfriend and they go to prison for it for statutory rape. But then meanwhile, DynCorp and Halliburton can be caught running giant child kidnapping rings and they don't get in trouble even when there's congressional hearings about it. But Assange turned himself into Scotland Yard about 8 hours ago. He was then officially arrested. He's now in his court date right now, and they've denied bail. Julian Assange has been denied bail. Judge denies WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange bail. A British judge jailed WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange today, ordering the leader of the secret spilling website behind bars as his organization's finances came under increasing pressure. So a lot of people I respect are saying this is a George Soros op and there are connections, but they're clearly